Thursday, we're going to continue in Ois Zayin and the Zera Shimshon in Parshat Tazria, and the Zera Shimshon is going to give another teretz, another way to learn what Moshe Rabbeinu was saying to Kadosh Baruch Hu, to Hashem, by saying that this is the kuvod for my brother Aaron, that he has to sit and see in the Gaon, and what Hashem's answer was when he asked him rhetorically, and does he not have pleasure from the 24 matnas Gehinna that he gets? It says the Zera Shimshon that when the Eibishter created Chava, he created her with 24 different tachshitim, ornaments. And afterwards, after she had these 24 ornaments, then he brought her to Odom Harishon, like it says, Vayive'eha El Ha'odam, and she was brought into Odom Harishon, and the numeric value of Vayive'eha is 24, because it's spelled without a second yid in between the aleph and the hay. It's Vuv Yid Vayz Aleph Hay, which is the numeric value of 24. The Nuchash, with the Lashon Hara that he spoke on Hashem, he turned around this word of Vayive'eha and he made it Va'aiva. Va'aiva means anger, upsetness, rif. And he made that there should be rif between people. And he was makalkel. He destroyed and ruined the 24 ornaments that she had. This chet, that when they ate from the Eitz Hadas, made it that the Nuchash, the snake, would have now the power of 24 different types of tima that he put into Chava and all of her children and offsprings to come. So now the Zera Shimshon is going to go off a little bit of a tangent and talk about Aiva. And he says that someone that keeps Shabbos and holds of Shabbos, then the mazikin, all the outside forces, can't have any rule over him. Like he brings down, it says, V'shomri b'nai Yisrael es ha-Shabbos, the first letters of V'shomri b'nai Yisrael es ha-Shabbos is Vuv, Vayz, Yid, Aleph, and Hay, which is the Rishataivus of Ve'aiva. Also, brings down the Zera Shimshon that we know that because of the chet of Lashon Hara, the Yidden had to stay in the desert, in the Midbar, and they couldn't go into Eretz Yisrael. And it says, Pigraichem atem yipli b'midbar hazeh. Pigraichem item yipli b'midbar hazeh. It's also Rosh Hashanah Vuv Aleph Yid Vayz Hay, which is Rosh Hashanah of Va'aiva. And continues the Zera Shimshon that because of the Lashon Hara that they spoke, that's why the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed. And it says the first pasuk and the first 5 words of Megillas Eicha that we line on Tisha B'Av is Eicha Yoshva Bodod Ha'ir, which is Rosh Hashanah Aiva. So we see that the Aiva has to do with destruction, Tima, and by keeping Shabbos we can fix that. And also, as we bring down the Zohar, that by learning Torah we could also fix that. So we see that there's 24 different types of tima that the Nuchash put onto a person. It also says that there are 24 different types of shchin that a person could have. So when someone gets tzaras, and this shchin also sometimes that comes with tzaras, there are 24 different types of boils. The Kohanim also had 24 mishmuros. They had rotations of the Kohanim, who would bring the karbonos and who would eat them, and they had 24 different time slots of rotations. Like it says, the Kohanim used to eat the carbon, and the person that brought it would have the kapura. Why? Because what's the kapura? The kapura is to be mevatel the 24 different types of tima that they brought. Therefore, says the Zera Shimshon, thank you, that it was on the Kohanim to see the Nagam to be mevatel the Nuchash. Now, says the Zera Shimshon, In the beginning, there was a tremendous amount of tsar that Moshe Rabbeinu had, that Aaron, who was a Kudosh and Tuah, he had to go see these Negoim that brought in Tima into this world. Because until he would say Tomei, it wouldn't be Tomei. So Moshe Rabbeinu didn't have a chashash. He wasn't afraid of the kuvod of Aaron HaKohen, chas v'sholom. He wasn't afraid that Aaron HaKohen is going to have to do this low thing, because we know that all Gedolim did things that were Torahic, and they did it. But what was his worry? What was his tsar? That the Kedusha and Tahara from Aaron HaKohen, that he was on such a great and high level, he would have to go ahead and be metama somebody. He would have to say that someone is unpure, because until he would say that you are unpure, then the tima wouldn't be able to be onto that person. Only when he would say you're tomei, then the tima would go onto that person. And who caused that? The kohen. So that Moshe Rabbeinu had a lot of tsar for. How could Aaron HaKohen, who's on such a high madraga of kedusha and tahara, purity and holiness, be the one to bring Tima into this world? On that answers the Eibishter. Hashem says, and he doesn't have pleasure from the 24 matnas Gehinna. He doesn't eat the karbonos. What's the reason why he eats the karbonos? In order to weaken the 24 types of Tima. So comes out, says the Zera Shimshon, that when he is metama a person because of tzoras and negoim, what he actually is doing is furthering this tima away from the Kedusha, because this person now has to go outside of all three camps and sit himself in isolation. And when he goes ahead and he's matar him, when he purifies him again, what is he doing? He is actually weakening the koyach of all the tima. So it comes out that it says Hashem, what do you mean? He's not having pleasure from the 24 matnas Gehinna, which comes to say that actually what he's doing is he is not bringing Tima into this world, but furthering and weakening the Tima.